Alright everyone, let's go ahead and get this video started. Alright, we are going over the 47 new weapons. Um, there will not be the raid weapons in here because I currently can't see the raid weapons. However, if I could see the raid weapons, they would be in here. Alright, first up, we have the Likely Suspect fusion rifle. This is from the Throne World, which means it is craftable. Let's see here. It has this new perk called Successful Warm-Up. Each final blow increases charge/draw speed. This could be really a cool perk. Depending on how Turnabout works, this could be really strong. Being able to provide yourself with an overshield for simply breaking the shield of a target. It has things like Adagio. It'll be a 30% damage buff and minus 15% to the charge rate. Could be decent as Wellspring, which could work well with some Void builds using Volatile around the top of it. Could be pretty cool. Obviously, it's one for all. Golden Tricorn on it. Pretty good damage bonus. Yeah. It has overall decent perks. Nothing to be super excited for. Next up is the Red Herring Rocket Launcher. This is also from the Throne World and is a adaptive frame, so tracking does not come intrinsically on it. However, it does roll tracking. Here I would probably go with tracking, lasting impression, impact casing. This would be a good replacement to anybody who doesn't have a royal entry. I would say this is probably a decent rocket to hold on to. Next up is the Pointed Inquiry Scout Rifle. This is a 150 RPM scout. These scouts are by no means meta. It has the Focused Fury perk on it. We haven't gotten this perk yet in this video. I've not gotten this perk yet in game. I'm hoping to see it on a sniper rifle because I actually think this perk on a sniper rifle could be insane. This perk states dealing half of the magazine's precision damage grants this weapon's bonus damage. This shot count is reset whenever the weapon is reloaded or stowed. But this gun has adaptive munitions, which will give it better effectiveness against match game shield. It has harmony on it, has dragonfly, has demolitionist, has shoot to loot. Yeah, it has some decent perks on here for a 150 RPM void scout rifle. Alrighty, next up is the empirical evidence. For those who wanted Breachlight back, here it is. This is as close as you're gonna get. It has Swash for your damage perk. I know it's not Rampage, but it's something. Adagio could be interesting. This is the first time we've seen it on a gun like this. Technically, this gun doesn't have another archetype to switch to. And it's a 30% damage buff on sidearms. So this could be really interesting, right? Has Swashbuckler, has Harmony. Harmony could be really fun. Has Perpetual Motion, has Ensemble, has Compulsive Reloader. All those are pretty decent reload perks. On to the SMG, the Forensic Nightmare. It's a Kinetic Stasis SMG. For the purposes of PvE, I think probably Perpetual Motion Headstone is probably what you're looking for on here. We have better kinetic SMGs than this if you're looking for non-stasis builds, but if you're looking for a stasis build SMG because you prefer SMGs over our current available weapon choices, then yeah, you probably want to go Perpetual Motion Headstone. A quick note for PvP, it cannot match Shayura's range. That's only 17.5 meters. Sorry. And it has no range perks in these two columns. So yeah, it's not Shayura. the new Glaive. Glaives kind of suck, if I'm being honest. So I will come back to the Glaive once we've had more time to play with all of them. Once we know damage numbers, once we know all that kind of stuff, that's when we will come back to the Glaive. Come to pass that auto rifle they first showed off, the ARC 360 RPM auto rifle, has some pretty decent perks on it. Has Turnabout, has Adaptive Rounds, has Wellspring, has Dragonfly, also has One for All. I think here it's going to be Stats for All, One for All, if you really want to build into One for All. Guns that have those two perks, I think that's what you're going to want to build into. Otherwise, I'd probably go Shoot to Loot Dragonfly, because the two perks work off of each other. So that's probably what I would do for Come to Pass. This bow is a new Kinetic Bow, and if you do not have a God Roll bow in the Kinetic slot, go get it. It's here for free. You ain't gotta go play garden. You ain't gotta do crap. You can craft a perfect 5 out of 5 bow right here. You can go. Where's draw time? Oh, draw time's in this one. Faster draw time. What's the draw time? Okay, this puts the draw charge time. Yeah, looking at 540. And then you want to go high accuracy with draw time masterwork. Yeah. There you go. Technically, it's lightweight frame, which are technically worse, but PvE barely matters. So, yes, this bow has the 5 out of 5. Go get it. Termination is an arc grenade launcher. Nothing special here, honestly, except for Turnabout. Yeah, nothing special here. So if you need an arc grenade launcher with the roll of Clown Chain Reaction, because that's probably the best perk combination here for this gun, go get it. Father's Sins. This is a 140 RPM sniper rifle. It's also a 35 zoom sniper rifle. The 35 zoom is important for PvP because it can roll snapshot and distractions. And it's in the energy slot. I don't know if we currently have another 35 zoom sniper rifle in the energy slot. And this gun will be craftable for sure. This gun's craftable for sure. But it can roll triple tap and focused fury. And can get a 7 mag because it's a 140. I'm very curious about how much damage this does and how it stacks with triple tap. This could make this gun like a DPS monster. But we will see. I will try to get either some testing done myself, or if Error or somebody else does testing on this perk, I will make sure that gets shared on Twitter. Which, if you're not following my Twitter, you could do so. We finally have a new waveframe. It is a solar waveframe. The god roll here is pretty simple, actually. ALH, Frenzy. However, a fun roll could be Feeding Frenzy, One for All. That could be really fun. But I think the god roll here is Frenzy, ALH. You shoot it, you clear a whole line of bats in front of you, you swap back to your primary. Yeah, that's probably the god roll. Though a fun roll would be Feeding Frenzy, One for All. Yeah. All right, the machine gun and the recurrent impact. This is a 900 round machine gun. I think they're okay. I think 450s are better, but it can roll Headstone. It can roll Frenzy. It can roll Subsistence. Subsistence and Headstone, if I remember correctly, because Headstone counts as weapon kills, will proc subsistence. So this gun could be pretty decent for ad clear, all things considered. If you want to have a Stasis HMG, this is the only one in the game, so I would go get it. We got a new Void Bow. And it is a God Rule Void Bow because it can roll Explosive Head Archer's Tempo. This can also be crafted so it can get the enhanced ones of both of these traits. So yes, I would go get this gun for its pattern, I would make one, and I would level it up. This bow is worth getting a God Roll of, because I don't know if bows will be meta right now, but I'm sure when we get Overload Bow back, which might be next season, maybe the season after that, we might go a whole season without having to use bows. If you like running bows in endgame content, this bow is perfect. Also, this bow could be a menace inside of PvE if you're one of those guys, because it can roll tunnel vision. And as far as I know, tunnel vision opening shot, this is the only bow that can do this. And I'm pretty sure tunnel vision will proc on every single kill, because you're having to reload, technically. Sweet Sorrow is an ARC 720 round per minute auto rifle. This is like, what's it called? I just blanked on the name of the gun. Hold on, chat. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Like Chroma Rush. Sorry, I completely blanked on the name of the gun. I had to pull up Dim and look for it. God roll here, my opinion. Probably Vorpal triple tap. In all honesty, yeah, probably Vorpal weapon triple tap. Demo is not terrible. One for All is not terrible, right? Focus Fury could be good. If you can hit crits with it consistently, Focus Fury could become a good perk here. Nothing crazy for a 720. I think the Viced one is better for perk combos. If you're looking for you want a 720 RPM auto, I think the Viced one has better overall perks. Thoughtless is a 90 RPM Stasis sniper rifle, and it can roll a Appended Mag, Overflow, Firing Line. That's all you need to know about this gun. In all honesty, that's all you need to know. Unless Focus Fury is a higher damage perk, then you need to know about Focus Fury. However, for GMs and such, I would go Overflow Firing Line, because that will be consistent. For boss damage things, Overflow Focus Fury, probably, but we will see. Don't hold me to that. We will see if Focus Fury is as good as we hope it will be. Otherwise, it rolls Overflow, it rolls Firing Line. There's your perk. Peace of Mind is a new 540 Kinetic Pulse. If you didn't get the IB Pulse, I think it's okay, because I actually think this rolls better perks. It can roll Heating Up Moving Target for PvP, and these don't need a damage perk. Heck, it can roll Heating Up Ellie Cap, so like you could have all stability, right? I mean, that boosts you to basically 70 stability, and if you went with a stability masterwork, right, you could go to 80 stability, and you could go full bore high cal, have 37 meters, and still have a laser beam. For PvP, for PvE, in all honesty, probably Perpetual Adrenaline Junkie. Go Kinetic Mag, go like Extended Barrel or something. Actually, probably go Arrowhead to make. Wait, Arrowhead doesn't fix this gun. What is this gun base? Oh, you want to go chambered. Actually, it doesn't matter. 80. Yeah, you probably want to go airhead. Probably perpetual heating. Adrenaline junkie. If not, you might want to go overflow. Harmony. Overflow Vorpal. Yeah, both of those work. Or adrenaline junkie. Yeah, any of those work. Yeah, not a bad gun. Pretty good choices. Depending on how the intrinsic trait for these guns work, these seasonal weapons, the land tank trait, the origin trait here works on these. Could be really good. All right, we're on to the Gambit auto rifle. It's a 360. I really wouldn't even worry about getting this gun. Other than the fact if you want a Stasis 360 RP per minute auto rifle, but we have another Stasis auto rifle, so yeah, I don't know. This gun doesn't feel worth it to me, in all honesty. Alright, we have the Slug Shotgun from the Vanguard playlist. This weapon is very, very, very much so worth it. It can roll 4 times the charm and Vorpal. If you do not have a good Kinetic Slug Shotgun for PvE, go get this gun. Please. Also, it's the only one in the game that can roll 4 times turn. That I know of. They can roll a 4th time and a damage perk. All the others have ALH on them. For a by itself DPS, this could be really strong. Also, if Focused Fury is nuts, this gun does roll 4 times the charm. Focused Fury could be nuts. Something to note for PvP, this does roll the god roll of Threat Detector opening shot. So if you're looking for a PvE slug, this could be one to look out for. You could go for Handling Masterwork. Its handling is intrinsically 70, so a Handling Masterwork would put you at 70, would put you at 69. Actually, put you at 70. And then you could go Accurize Fluted, which would put you at 83, which means then you could just run the Charge with Light perk thing. And you could have max handling on here all the time, and then Threat Detector would give you an animation increase, right? So, yeah, you'd have better quick draw on here when you have to swap to it. Yeah, that's it for the Slug Shotgun from the Nightfall playlist. Next up is the Hand Cannon from Crucible. Its stats are not ideal. That is all I can really say about it. PvP wise, this gun doesn't have the stats to be useful. I mean, even with a range masterwork, you're looking at 34 meters. Pally outranges you. A max range Pally is going to beat you there. So for PvP, it's not great. For PvE, it doesn't roll the payload perk, which, in my opinion, instantly rolls it out of contention for being used in PvE. And it doesn't even roll Frenzy. So, yeah, this gun can go. This is the ritual weapon, in case you're wondering what its perks are. Steady Hand, Swash, Perpetual Motion, and Snapshot. Probably the play here is going to be this. And I don't know its masterwork. I haven't looked yet. If its masterwork is a handling masterwork, then this gun's golden. This gun will be pretty good. Yeah. The IB hand cannon. So this hand cannon's weird to me. It's a 180. Its perks are acceptable. So most times on 180s, you really want to just go for the lethal perk trait combination. because you can just delete people this way. Something most people don't know. So they buffed Adagio, and if we want to pull out the calculator real quick, right while we're here, and we want to do 180 times 180 times 0.15, you are losing 27 RPM. So 180 minus 27, you fall to 153, right? So you're basically shooting a 150 RPM hand cannon, right? But you're shooting at 30% your damage. So you're shooting at this number, basically. Which means, yes, you can 3-tap with a 150, basically. And this gun's base range is really good. So you could probably go, rapid hit, right? You could go accurized rounds. You could go full bore. And you're looking at, with a ranged masterwork, you're looking at, 32 meters for a super consistent 3-tap. I actually think Adagio now, your first kill is going to be a bitch. But after that, you're looking at something. Also, something to note, if you go max range, you can rival Pally. Your stability will be crap. But rapid hit should make up for it. But that's your range bar. For PvE, 180 suck. We don't need a slower hand cannon. New IB sword is a vortex frame sword. Things to note. Frenzy is a good perk on swords because it is easy to get. Yes, it is a vortex frame. It can also roll Unrelenting Chain Reaction, which if you've never used this perk combination, is actually really fun. For PvE, if you're looking for consistency, I would go this. Actually, technically, Duelist Trance is better if you get a kill beforehand. Technically. But yeah, I would go Relentless Frenzy if you're looking for a consistent Void sword. If you don't have a good Fallen Guillotine. And this weapon might actually be better than Fallen Guillotine. The Trials Scout Rifle. From what I've heard, this thing is already a menace in PvP because people save Trials Engrams to get the new Scout, right? What would I go for in PvE? Probably, in all honesty, probably triple tap Vorpal. So just make it a monster for killing champions, right? That just make it like a champion melter. Depends on how focused Fury is, and or if Turnabout interacts with Barrier. If Turnabout interacts with Barrier, that could be nuts to have an overshield be given to you when you break a barrier shield, would allow you to go get aggressive with barrier shield. Vorpal is obviously the safe pick. And we've not had this yet on a scout. So we'll have to see what the damage decrease is for it, but it could be decent depending on what they do to it, right? Alrighty, Duty Bound is one of the new Nightfall weapons. These two weapons aren't great, being honest with you. Probably everybody's go-to perk combination is probably gonna be triple tap frenzy. It's probably gonna be everybody's default perk combination. An interesting one, again, on this gun is Stats for All, One for All. Could be a really good perk combination here, since they work in harmony together, right? But I think my personal god roll will probably be Frenzy Perpetual Motion. That's probably what I'll run on this gun when I go to farm for it. Silicon Aroma is the new strike high impact sniper rifle. This goes in the kinetic slot. It can roll appended, it can roll triple tap, it can roll firing line. If you want a kinetic high impact sniper rifle, just go get Succession. Yeah, just go get Succession. PvP wise, this gun has some serious potential. It's a 43 zoom, and can roll fluted with Rico rounds, and can roll snap opening shots. So yeah, this weapon for PvP will probably be a menace, and will probably force PvP players to come play PvP, PvE. Sorry, this new Hotta shotgun. For PvE, we don't care because it's a high impact aggressive rape shotgun. However, for PvP players do care. It can roll LE cap, and if you go arc, and you go full choke, and you go assault mag, there you go. And you run the handling thing on armor. Quick charge. If you run quick charge, you would be at 100 handling at all times. Here on this. So yeah, probably worth it. And actually, I'd probably go ALH. That's probably what I would go for PvP with a range master. Yep. That will probably be the new Felwinters. This will probably be the new Felwinters. It's gonna be everywhere. If you prefer range and consistency over rate of fire, obviously you could go accurate rounds. But yeah, no, this will be the new everywhere shotgun because it's free to get because it's craftable, right? It just takes effort and time, but you can get this roll because it's craftable. Yep. If you're looking for a PvP shotgun in the kinetic slot and you don't have one that you're really in love with, here you go. This one's right here for you. The new rocket launcher is a Hockey precision frame, so it does have tracking intrinsically. Things to note about this weapon: it has chill clip, direct hits with the top half of the magazine, cause a detonation that slows nearby targets. So it's a rocket, so this will proc every single time. It has explosive light and ALH. Only rocket in the game that I know of has explosive light ALH on it. It also has ALH, lasting impression, with intrinsic tracking. So if you're looking for a nightfall rocket, like everybody's favorite royal entry, there you go. And you can craft this. So this is free to get. Like, it really is. Just a bit of time and effort, and you can have a god roll 5 out of 5 rocket, right? Alrighty. Next up, we have the new Stasis 150 RPM Scout. I used this in Gambit because I needed stasis kills, and it was the first stasis weapon in my inventory yesterday, doing my pinnacles and stuff. It actually felt decent. Yeah, it actually felt decent. I had one with compulsive loader and explosive payload. And it felt really good, actually. It felt pretty decent. So maybe with something like Rapid Hit or Shoot to Loot could be pretty strong. It's our only scout with headstone, as far as I know. So if you're looking for a scout rifle, this is your only option for scout with headstone. Obviously, we would see if Shoot to Loot behaves with headstone the way it does with Dragonfly and stuff. If it does, then obviously this would be a pretty solid roll. I don't really know how to feel about 150 scouts in PvE. They're not 150 hand cannons with a lot of range like you would think they should be. Um, so I don't really know how to feel about them. In PvP, this gun will probably be a menace on the super big maps, like Eternity Trials. Yeah, be prepared for this sucker. This thing's gonna be everywhere because it can map you. I mean, no range perks. You're looking at 89 meters. They can go full stability, people. Now this thing is gonna be a menace in the Crucible. Probably go higher than that. Yeah, you can go Fluter for that increased handling. So it doesn't feel like crap. Yeah, this thing could be a absolute PvP menace. Yeah. There you go. Alrighty. Next up, we have the Oakmont Pr6. It's a lightweight pulse. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I haven't tested out pulses since they're 10% buff, but I don't think this is the pulse to go for this DLC. I think the Suros one is, so I would not go for this. The Typhoon GL5 is a new Stasis GL. Something to note. It's a GL with explosive light. Just we haven't had one in a long time. And the last time we had one, it was damage meta. Because heavy grenade launchers receive a 70% damage increase. Rocket launchers receive a 25% increase. We finally have Wendigo back, and nobody's talking about it. This gun rolls not quite the Wendigo roll, but impulse amplifier, explosive light, spike grenades. That's a GL. If you want to use a GL for heavy weapon damage, this is gonna be it. Also, this has chill clip, which could be cool. Direct hits with the top half of the magazine cause detonation that slows nearby targets. I wish this was on a breach loaded grenade launcher, because this would be an insane perk on a breach GL, on a special GL. But yeah, if you're looking for a PvE roll here, pay attention to that explosive light perk. The Snorri FR5. I have one of these. Actually had, but I had to use it for crafting stuff. This perk combination. Do you all see this perk combination right here? Compulsive Reloader, Reservoir Burst is nuts because you can just constantly reproc Reservoir Burst with an insane reload speed. This is the perk combination I would go for here. PvP actually its zoom stat is 17. It's got a pretty good zoom. So could you go for like a decent 1 meter kill? Go liquid coils? Do you want to even go liquid coils? Probably want to go accelerated, right? Yeah. Firmly planted high impact reserves. I mean that's a PvP fusion. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but that's a pretty good PvP fusion. So yeah, you can get a pretty good PvP roll and an absolutely cracked PvE roll if you're looking for a good fusion for PvE. Funnel web. My clan raves about this gun, but I think it's okay. I used it in the campaign, the legendary campaign, and it felt. Sorry about my sneeze there. It felt way too bullet spongy. The thing I'm excited for about this gun is this. This is the highest range SMG in the game, as far as I know. That's not multi-mock. So this gun can go to 20 meters. Multi-mock can go to 22 meters. 25 meters. So you're only 5 meters short. And if you go with a range masterwork, you're at 21.93 without proccing Killing Wind, which would add another 20 range. So you could get really close after one kill. You could like rival multi-mock after one kill with this gun. This will be a PvP gun. In PvE, I will see once I get more rolls with it. But for now, this is a PvP gun in my mind because of this roll. If you can get this roll, I would go use this gun in PvP because it's going to be nuts. It's going to be insane. Next up we have the 360 sidearm. It's okay. It's not a burst sidearm. They can get out of here, in my opinion. If you like burst sidearms, good roll here. Probably Subsistence Rampage. Right? Something easy to go for. The new Crate auto rifle. So for me, there's some things here that stand out. This rolls Focused Fury, which depending on how easy it is to proc and how much damage it does on a Viced auto rifle, right, with the new Viced intrinsic perk, could be really good. It can roll Overflow, which Overflow Vorpal could be kind of cracked. Because remember, this gun starts with a base magazine of 53, can go to a magazine of 59. This gun's probably gonna be pushing 100 in the magazine for overflow, right? It can roll Headstone. Headstone is a great perk whether you're on Stasis or not. And also can roll One for All. This is a good auto rifle. Like, this is a good auto. So if you want a good auto, I would go ahead and start looking for this gun. This gun is a good auto. The Hotta 57 is a Suros arc hand cannon, and this hand cannon is great. For PvE, it can roll rapid hit, timed payload, free 15% damage buff at all times. I think hand cannons in PvE need payload perks, and this is the combo. In PvP, something to note. Yes, that's pally range. And in my opinion, this gun has better first column perks than pally. Eye of the Storm. If you want that old Austringer feel, there it is. You can go full range, Eye of the Storm, rangefinder. You could go rapid hit rangefinder. You could go heating up rangefinder. This gun has a lot of really good perks. On top of the fact that it's a Suros gun, so it's going to have that Suros synergy. And origin trait, where after reloading, you're going to get that increased stability and punch resistance for about 6 seconds. That's really strong. This is a PvP hand cannon menace. This thing is going to be great. The new pulse rifle. This is craftable. If you're looking for PvE perks, obviously Vorpal's really good. Obviously Headstone's really good, right? And it rolls Outlaw, so that's probably what I would go for, right? Either Outlaw Headstone, Outlaw Vorpal. With a Pendant Mag, right? All these are good perks. If you're looking for something more consistent, maybe go Outlaw Frenzy. Potentially how good Focused Fury is, you go Outlaw Focused Fury. And finally, the Fugue 90 RPM sniper rifle. It is high zoom, so if you're somebody who likes 50 zoom sniper rifles, this can roll snap, no distractions on a 50 zoom. If you prefer 50 zoom sniper rifles, for PvE, things to note here is it can roll lead from gold firing line with appended mag to give it 5, right? You could roll back, you could put backup mag on, and there's your 7, right? This would be like my GM sniper. Like this would become my GM sniper. For other content, you could go force times the charm, firing line, appended mag. This would be a really good boss DPS weapon. Far away boss DPS, solid choice weapon. That is every single new gun that I can currently see and give you the rolls for. We have 47 of them. That's a lot. They heard us about Beyond Light where we got like 25. And this is not even all of them. This is technically only 40. Because there's 7 exotics. There's actually 8 exotic weapons, which is insane to me. There's 8 freaking exotic weapons, people. We got 8 exotic weapons. We got 8 exotic weapons, 6 exotic armor pieces, 46 legendary weapons if you include the raid ones. We got 46 legendary weapons, which is crazy. That's a lot of weapons. That's a lot of weapons. They definitely heard us. They listened to us. They brought us a lot of guns. They brought us a lot of guns that are good with interesting perks, interesting roll combinations, guns to chase, guns that we didn't have in certain archetypes in certain places. They did a great job with the weapons in this DLC. I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. I know it's a long one, but I tried to go fast. I really did. There was just so much to cover. I will see you all on Friday for a brand new video. Our first build of season 16 will be out on Friday. Hope everyone has enjoyed. I will see you then, and goodbye.